What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Call of Duty Ghost. Now, yesterday, I posted a video giving you guys my first impressions of the game mode Cranked, which is a brand new game mode to the Call of Duty series. And I told you in that video that I wanted to give you a little bit of a breakdown of Call of Duty Ghost, a little bit more in-depth, but, you know, still kind of informal, because if you're new to my channel, you know that we like to just kick back, take our shoes off, and just lounge out and have a little bit of fun. So, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna talk about COD Ghost and kind of compare it to itself, because reviewing any Call of Duty is a bit different than reviewing any other game that's out there, because you can't really compare COD to any other game, because COD is one of those games that has risen above being just a game, and it's really evolved into its own subsection of gaming. Now, if you need proof of this, you can ask pretty much any COD fan out there. I'm pretty sure that there are quite a few that you're gonna find that don't really consider themselves gamers because they play COD, and that's the only game that they play. And there's a lot of gamers out there that won't recognize Call of Duty players as gamers because, once again, all they do is play COD. So when we review Call of Duty, we need to compare it to the only game that comes close to matching Call of Duty, and that's other past Call of Duties. Now, the reason I say coming close to matching is that because each Call of Duty has its own game modes, offerings, and flaws that make each title in the series stand out to the average COD gamer. So let's talk about what Call of Duty Ghost brings to the table this year. So basically, it's set place sometime in the near future. I'm gonna say 10 to 20 years at the earliest, which means there's still wiggle room to bring things in that might not exist in real life yet, but could exist, but also still keeping the familiarity of modern day weapons, which by this timeline are considered probably classic weapons of war, but right now would be considered state-of-the-art weaponry. So, the Call of Duty campaign, let's talk about that. It's pretty much what you're gonna expect out of any military shooter coming out right now. It's nothing groundbreaking, it's not revolutionary, but you know what? It's solid, it gets the job done, and it has all the set-piece scripted moments that you come to expect from a military shooter campaign. I mean, there's no surprise to this though, because Call of Duty campaigns, even while they're still pretty generic, they're usually pretty solid. So while the campaign in this game isn't gonna be the reason that you're buying it, it's still pretty decent for a rainy weekend, or a weekend where you might have lost internet connection because of a storm and you need something to play, and the Call of Duty campaign is usually sitting right there, ready for you to go ahead and run through it, and usually they're pretty short. So, when you play the Call of Duty campaign, when you get 4 missions in, you will unlock the Extinction game mode, or you can unlock the Extinction game mode by getting to level 5 in multiplayer. So, Extinction game mode, what this basically is it's Modern Warfare 3 survival mixed with Treyarch zombie mode. And I mean, you have waves of enemies that you need to take out. There are clear-cut marked missions and objectives that you have to achieve, as well as a host of other features like skills, weapons you can unlock as you progress, and it makes for a decent degree of replayability. And this is key for me because zombies seem to be a little bit too repetitive for me in Modern Warfare 3 survival. While I enjoyed that a lot, no one wanted to play with it because it was only a 2-player co-op, which Infinity Ward seems to have gotten the message because Extinction is 4-player co-op. So far what we have here is a pretty solid game. I know it's crazy, but the big question that every one of you motherfuckers watching my motherfucking video are wondering, how is the multiplayer? That's what you buy COD for. That's what everybody buys Call of Duty for, is the multiplayer. So how is it? And my answer is it's playable. I know, that sounds like a bad thing, but it really isn't, alright? It's actually a compliment, considering how disappointing the last few Call of Duty titles have been. For me personally, a lot of people have seemed to enjoy it because Call of Duty is a perennial seller every single year. It will always put up numbers, and, you know, it did put up decent numbers this year, but it just seems to be playable. So, let's take a look at what the multiplayer has to offer. I mean, It has classic Call of Duty game modes like Team Deathmatch, you have Domination, you have Free-for-All, you even have Search and Destroy, but you can only do Search and Destroy in a private lobby. So there's also some of the more recent, newer game modes that are coming back, like Infected, Kill Confirmed, and a new take on Search and Destroy in public lobbies, which is called Search and Rescue, where you can give your teammates a chance to respawn if you pick up their dog tag off their dead body. Now, I know a lot of you guys go through this in Search and Destroy in past Call of Duties. You kill somebody, they kill you, and then one of their teammates comes by and they kill the other person, right? That way, if that happens, that exchange right there, you could pick up your teammate's dog tag, and boom, they're now able to respawn, and if you can make it to your enemy's dog tag, you can pick that up and force them out of the round. So that's actually pretty cool. I like the way that works out, even though it is a little bit slower than Search and Destroy used to be, and you think it would be a little bit more faster paced because you can respawn now, but you know, a lot of people are looking to knock you out of that round, so don't expect to respawn every single round. But let's take a look at some of the newer game modes. There is Blitzed, which is pretty much Hardpoint from Black Ops 2, and there's Hunted. Now this is a really cool game mode, which is pretty much one in the chamber, sticks in the stones, and drop zone, and it's all mixed up into one big ass pot, and it's some Call of Duty gumbo. Like, seriously, that's what this game mode is. It's Call of Duty gumbo. You start off with a pistol, there's your one in the chamber, and you have a throwing knife. There's your sticks and stones, and every 10 to 15 seconds, there's an airdrop on the map, and you can go to this airdrop and arm yourselves with the weapons that are dropped at this zone, and you can use it to kill other people, which, like I said, it's Call of Duty gumbo. It sticks right there to your ribs, baby. Oh yeah. Get the Randy Pitchford voice all up inside. No, this is not a Randy Pitchford voice moment. All right, let's move on. We gotta keep a straight face here, and we're gonna talk about Cranked. We're gonna talk about Crank. Crank gets me amped just talking about it. Crank is a fast-paced game mode where once you get a kill, you get a bomb. You boop, boop, boop. That's right. You have 30 seconds to get another motherfucking kill or an assist, or you will explode. I'm not even lying. You will explode, which it leads to minimal camping, kind of cuts down on it. There's still camping, but you're not going to win by camping. And you know what? As a person that doesn't really give a fuck about kill-death ratio or win-loss ratio, you know, I just want a fast-paced game mode where I could run around, shoot shit, and have a lot of fun. That's what Cranked is. So, now that we got all the information out of the way about the multiplayer, let's see how it stacks up as an entry in the Call of Duty series. So, alright, it has the same familiar control scheme that you're all used to, and they feel nice, they feel tight, the aiming is nice, it's pretty much where you need it to be, and the climbing mechanics seem to be a little bit slower than past Call of Duty games. I always find myself getting shot going up a ladder, but you know what? Past Call of Duty games had this problem where, like, you get on the ladder and you fall off it like 3 times trying to go up the ladder. That hasn't happened to me yet, so even though the climbing mechanics are a little bit slower, they're a little bit more accurate, so it's a little bit of a trade-off, and I know a lot of people, man, you guys are gonna hate this, but you can't jump as high. You can't jump as high. So those of you guys out there that like to do your jumping around the corner with your scuff controllers, I got one sitting right here too, motherfucker. That's how I do it. But yeah, jump shotting is a little bit less effective than it was in you know, past Call of Duties. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine because everything else is pretty much perfect with these controls. Now, the game modes, in my opinion, I mean, they offer something for everyone except for Ground War. There is no Ground War for PS3 or Xbox. There is on PC, though, and next generation consoles, but you know what? That's fine, because in the past Call of Duties I played, Ground War lobbies are usually the most laggiest. I mean, you get a lot of people in there, people start skipping around, jumping around, and all you gotta do, you're not having a bad time now, because people are lagging. They're not getting shot when you're shooting them, or you're getting shot by that magic motherfucking bullet that comes around the corner. Yeah, I know about that bullet, motherfucker. Just because I don't post Call of Duty don't mean I don't know about that motherfucking bullet. I know about that bullet. So, alright, let's talk about the most controversial subject, since we're on the subject of lag, is how is the connection in this game? And I'd say, the connection's about 80% fine on consoles. PC, I haven't noticed any type of problems on the PC, but you know what? There are still lobbies on the Xbox where people kind of ghost walk or they skip around. They do the fucking Nightcrawler from X-Men. You know what I'm talking about? 1 second they're there, next second they're like 5 steps ahead, and you're like, what the fuck was that? And you go through a door, and you go through that door 5 times. You're like, boop 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 back, boop 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 back, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Or you're the only one running around, and everybody is moonwalking. That seems to happen, I'd say maybe twice out of every 50 matches, somewhere around there, which it's not too bad. It's acceptable. That's like I said, this game is playable. So, alright, but overall, the hit detection in the game is pretty solid. It seems to fall somewhere between Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2 with the hit detection, which it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not quite up to par as Modern Warfare 2 or COD 4 was, but it's miles ahead of where Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 was fine for a little bit, but after the January patch with the first DLC, it seems like they upped the lag compensation in that game, and everything just pretty much went to shit, which is, you know what? I'm glad they dialed it back on the lag compensation. That's a real big thing because, you know, I have a really good connection. And the past couple Call of Duties, you know, I'm shooting people, bullets are going through them, and I'm being handicapped against people that don't have internet quite as good as mine. And you know what? Fuck you, motherfucker. I pay $250 a month for my internet. So, you know, I think I shouldn't be handicapped. Shouldn't be handicapped, and it seems to be rectified inside of this Call of Duty. So I haven't had any moments where I was like, oh my god, I should have had that kill, you know? It's pretty much like, oh my god, I shouldn't have ran around that corner without having any bullets in my fucking gun. It's pretty much like that, but pretty much, I mean, the weapons, perk systems, they seem to be pretty well thought out, implemented. I mean, even to the point to where I was building a class the other day, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be perfect, this is gonna be so OP, and when I got there and spent all my squad points, yeah, I was 1 squad point off being able to have that one perk that would have pushed me onto the OP side, and you know, that right there is a very good indicator that they balanced this game pretty decently. I haven't seen anything that's like quite OP yet, except for the weapons, because a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my god, how can you say there's nothing OP, the weapons are OP? Well, pretty much as far as gun balance goes, it reminds me of the days of Modern Warfare 2, where pretty much any gun you pick or pick up off the ground or off a dead body, you know, it's gonna suffice. It's gonna be a competent killer, and, you know, I'm pretty sure this isn't attributed to gun balance per se. I'm pretty sure we can chalk this up to all the guns being equally powerful and dangerous, although offering, you know, ups and downs, the fire rate, accuracy, however you like your gun to handle, you could pretty much find a suitable, you know, weapon in this game for yourself. And that right there, I think, is the best way to go about things. So, I'm pretty sure this video has run on quite a long time, and you know what? I'm gonna wrap this up and say, Call of Duty Ghost is a solid entry to the Call of Duty series, and, you know, like I said, it gets a rating from me of acceptable or playable. Now, it doesn't make leaps and bounds and innovations to the formulas, but you know what? It changes things up just enough and adds enough new game modes and experiences to keep you veterans out there and newcomers to, you know, just pretty much entertained. And, I mean, this is the Call of Duty title that probably should have came out 2 or 3 years ago, and then Call of Duty would have been up to par right now. But you know what? It's better late than never, and you know, with new franchises like Titanfall gearing up to take on Call of Duty in the next few months, I mean, it seems like Call of Duty might have kicked a few nails out of the coffin that Battle 3 Field hammered in for the last few years. So, it remains to be seen if Call of Duty is going to remain on the top of the first-person shooter scenes, or if Titanfall is going to knock them out. But to sum it up, is it worth $60? Honestly, I'd say it's worth about $40 to $45, but you could do a lot worse for your money. Trust me, I bought Duke Nukem Forever, and I paid full price for it. I had it pre-ordered for like 11 years. I'm not even lying. I paid full price for Duke Nukem Forever. So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you could leave a thumbs up on this video, I would highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. My final word, Call of Duty. It's playable. It's playable once again, and you know what? I think that says a lot for the Call of Duty series as it is right now. So take that as you will. Take that as you will. I just leaving it out on the table for you. Whether you want to eat off this plate or not is that's up to you. So like I said, my name's Jay, MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.